everybody. I'm so excited that you've joined me today. Listen, it's going to be worth your time. Trust me. You want to stick and stay through this video. You're going to learn so much. So not only are you going to be learning from a beauty industry expert, but I'm going to educate you on how to take your game to a whole nother level. Today we're going to turn these 1B bundles, and anybody that deals with any extension hair, you know 1B is the universal color. And so listen, we're going to take these bundles and we're going to turn them to number 4, number 27, and number 30. So how do we turn those colors into a beautiful wig? Stay tuned. Let's find out. You're going to pour in maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 of a cup. The reason why you want to make sure you have enough because you want to saturate that bundle. The next thing that I'm going to teach you is the color going pretty fast. Don't leave it in there no more than about 30 to 40 seconds, depending on how thick the peroxide when you first start. But for the most part, you don't need to leave it in that long. Okay, this is just where I want it. Okay, so what's next now? You gotta get some gloves because that peroxide is a chemical and you do not want to irritate your fingers. So you wanna make sure that you wet the bundle down completely before you put it in the peroxide bath, before you saturate it, because you want the hair to absorb the peroxide, and because we're removing the color, it's going to get lighter and lighter. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for about, I'm going to let it sit for the first hour, and then I'm going to come back and check on it. So next? Now I'm going to take our Indian hair. This is our luxury Indian brand here at Haith. And I'm actually, all the pigment has this, all the color is out, so now I'm gonna put color in. The reason why I want variations of blondes is that now it's going to have dimension. If you want your game to go to, maybe you're selling your wigs for 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I can keep going, people. Your wigs up there, you gotta be able to put the work in, but you gotta be educated on how to get the colors, on how these actual bands here, the plastic bands. The reason why I normally keep them on if I'm going to color hair one color, but because I'm using this bundle and I'm going to get 3 different colors out of it, I'm going to cut the bundles because I'm keeping me a vent brush right by the side. As you can see, this one. Okay. Now this one bundle here, which is 1/4. This is a piece I'm going to lay that over to the side because I still want platinum highlights. Because again, remember, we're giving the wig dimension. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to make that 7N, and then this one here, and this one here is going to be the 7G with the Reckin Blonde Idol, and line it up so that each box, I don't get these confused of which color goes where. Let's get ready to color. So with the Reckin, I'm going to use just a regular 20 cream peroxide. With the 2 Paul Mitchells, I'm going to use the number 30 clear developer. Definitely, I'm gonna pull some of this peroxide out. It is definitely a number 4. And I'm gonna take this number 4 and turn it into a 30. So get as much peroxide out as I can. Okay. Okay, so now let's get started with the bundle. Remember that blonde piece that I cut over and laid over to the side? So I saturated, made sure it's completely wet down. Okay, make sure that you have a fine tooth comb, and you just kind of comb through it. Is I'm going to put a towel straight across like this, because I have to flip it this way to make sure so we're going to cover just the part that has the coffee bean color on there. Going to take large parts of the hair and you want to flip it this way, because now the hair is going this way. You don't want the blonde hair to bleed into where that color is, okay? So again, we're going to take large pieces because we just want to add a few lowlights into this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold my foil up and make sure I don't have any color on my hand. Okay, so I'm actually going to fold it one more time so that I make sure that that blonde hair stays out of that color. The aluminum, I don't see any color, but listen, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm just going to kind of rub off the aluminum foil. I'm going to let this sit overnight, so I don't want to make sure that I'm just going to take it, I'm going to flip it over. It's actually a frontal piece, but I don't need all of this for my wig, so when the thing is, what I'm going to do is, just like the other wig, I want to make sure that this has dark roots. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm still working with color, so I'm going to keep my gloves on. I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil. And I'm going to put the needle or the pin right at the area where I'm going to cut this off, so it doesn't matter if I put a hole in there or if it's okay. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this portion. You want to keep as much control over the hair as possible, so I'm just going to use a clip just to hold this part down because I want to see where this net is, and I see that it's right here. I'm going to line it up with the aluminum foil. Okay, so here's the big reveal for the blonde wig. Isn't that awesome? It turned out so I'm just gonna show you the variation. So I always start with the dark, okay? You go with the dark there. And by the fourth track up, I go into a blonde. And then this was the this is what the closure looked like after. And okay with that because the color turned out absolutely phenomenal, meaning it wasn't too dark. Now what I'm gonna do is, now that I got this brown tone here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put almost a very dark brown right at the root. So I'm gonna show you. That's it. After that, it's just ready for cut and style. So okay, so I'm using the Paul Mitchell 5MB, which is a light natural brown, using the 30 peroxide. Okay, so I've sectioned off the hair, and as you see, I had to wet the wig down again because whenever you're doing color, it really is best for the hair to absorb all the color that you wet the hair down first. So I sectioned off just where the closure piece is, and I sectioned it off in 5 sections. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 sections. To break it up in so many sections because I really want to be very extra neat. So I'm going to start now with the color. This is the closure, and then this is the wig. And I'm just gonna darken the roots right where the wig ends and where the closure begins so that you can have perfect, precise color around there. Now I'm gonna go into the closure. I'm gonna take small sections because, so this one is my final, so I'm going in really slowly. And I'm going down about 1 inch. Using my last color that I darkened my roots with, I'm using that almost as a guide to let me know how far to go up and how far to go down, as well as what I need to recolor. So I'm gonna just clip this part back here because I really wanna make sure that I color the front of that closure. Okay, now I'm at the very end. I'm getting it on the wig as well as the closure. So there's the wig, and here's the closure. Everywhere, and everything looks to be very nicely covered. So I'm covered all the way in the front. Yep. Everything is colored in the front. Also in the wig area, it's all covered. I'm just gonna comb all this part up to go upward. I'm then gonna twist it. But the other thing what I wanna do is I want to put some aluminum foil. Okay, it's ready for the dryer now. You gotta make sure you put it in on a nice mannequin head so it can dry properly. Okay, so I got in this morning, I rinsed, let it dry, and I love it. Look at this closure. It looks glad I darkened it. Now the only thing that I am gonna do, because if you see the back of this wig, there is a little bit, it's heavy in the blondes, more so in the back than it is in the front. So what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna take one of the darker pieces, that's a chestnut brown track in there, just to tone this down just a little. If you're gonna have heavy highlights, it's always best to have the highlights in the front because that's how the sun shines. So the sun shines this way, so it looks more uniform when it's And so it's a little heavy in the back. Other than that, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna curl this. Okay, now that I'm done curling, all I'm gonna do now is cut off the lace and I never go just straight across and move my scissors like this, so it won't have a straight cut.
Okay, wait a minute. What? Y'all play too much. Come on now. Stop this. Back to the video.
And actually, it looks a lot more natural. This. I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Yeah, so the makeup in the hair, we know it's there and we know it's makeup, and just can we stop doing that for 2018? No more makeup in the hair. Stay tuned. I got videos coming to show you how to blend your hair into your scalp, and don't put no more makeup. People, we know. You don't think we know, but we know, okay? So somebody's been wanting to tell you. They told me to tell you, so I'm telling you. Love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Listen, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section. I promise I'll answer and get back with you as soon as I can. As well as, please, let's stay connected, me and you. Why don't you push the subscribe button, as well as don't forget to push like. And I promise I'll keep you well informed. I'll keep you on top of your game. And I'll see you in the next video. Push the link. I'm sure there's more for you to learn. See you in the next video.
But I gotta say, this wig is lit. I don't think they say that like that. But anyway, I just gave my age away. But anyway, even though I look like I'm 21, I'm not. Nevertheless, this wig is amazing. And if you like it and want to learn more about cutting and coloring and styling, please, you gotta press the subscribe button so me and you can stay connected. I love teaching, and if you love learning, this is the place you wanna hang out. Press the subscribe button, push the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Push the link, it's right up there. I'm Haith Johnson. I'm your beauty industry expert and educator.